Yeah, hello scrappers. I give a little update today. A little cold out here. Still above freezing. But yeah, it's starting to look a lot like Christmas out here. I wanted to show you guys what I brought in last week. Scrap I know down in Chickasha. Him and I were talking and he asked if I wanted a fifth wheel. Yeah, for scrap. Just had to go pick it up. It's about 15 miles away, 13 miles, 15, something like that. Ran down there and aired up the tires, and they all took air. And couldn't find a jack for it, so I thought, well, I got that fifth wheel frame down here and had a crank, so but it wouldn't work. But this thing did have inside the box there, it had a little electric motor, and that was working for a bit, and I think we blew a fuse or something, so I wired directly in. Mainly I've been wanting a travel trailer or camper or something, just kind of set up a little area where I could get out here when it's real cold, too cold to work in the shop. I could come out here. I came out here a little bit ago and fired up my little buddy heater, and then I got my ran a 220 line off of my welding plug for that Mr. Heater over there. I don't know how well you can see it. And it looks like we're up to about 60 in here. It was 40 when I came out here a little bit ago, so this thing's pumping out some heat. Brought it up to 60. That's a good comfortable temperature. I got a weak spot in the floor right there by the trash can. Apparently there must have been a lot of weak spots. Kind of spongy right here. They covered a lot of this with wood, about a half inch plywood. But that spot's weak, but the rest of this over here is good. I got half a notion to pull out all these cabinets. I already took all the doors off. Cause I brought my wire out here, got my wire stripper out here. I put up a couple lights. Because last year before, I picked up a bunch of these from a guy. He had a stack of them. I guess he was trying to sell them $5 a piece in his yard sale. Couldn't sell them, so I got them now. So and they all work. So I can get it lit up in here pretty good. Plus I got my big compact fluorescent there, so I can get it pretty lit up in here. But I'm thinking to come out here when it's real cold, I can strip wire or whatever. That shop will not hold heat very well at all. So I was thinking something like this. I can come out here and be comfortable, strip wire. I could probably set up a little plan on putting some workbenches in. Might tear that whole sink and stove out. I don't know if I want to keep the stove or not. Probably don't really need to. Well, I don't know. It does come in handy if it works. I can probably use the oven if I want to restore cast iron and stuff like that. And like I'm using a little toaster oven in the shop right now to dry sand for some green sand. And I got a half a mind to tear all of this out where the bathroom is and these closets. Tear it right up to the raised area there. Just use the raised area for storage. I still got some cleaning to do up there. Because if I tear it out between this wall and that wall, that'll give me another 5 foot of floor space. So it's about 7.5 foot wide. So what, close to 40 square feet. Of course, I got these little storage boxes that are open to the outside. I'll have to seal all them off. Probably insulate them. But this is just kind of what I've been kind of working on off and on for the last 4 or 5 days. And clean the trash out of here and whatnot. Like I said, I got a vinyl cutter in that one box right there, but there's no place in my shop to set it up. So I thought, well, I can set it up out here, get some tables and whatnot. So I'll start watching the auction for some good tables, or get me some plywood and 2x4s and just make a wraparound workbench. Of course, as I go, I'll probably have to leave it where I can reach in to open these windows if I want to. Come spring or summer. But yeah, 60 degrees out here right now, so that's not too shabby at all. Of course, now this is up, 5 foot from the ground. I don't know what it is down by the floor. Looks like it could be about 62. Those lines are pretty small. I saved most of the hardware because these pieces off the hardware and these knobs may be die cast, so I'll have to check them out yet. But I thought I'd make a nice little studio or a little workshop or something. Like I said, I can set up my vinyl cutter, and if I want to cut some vinyl and stuff, I may later get a 3D printer. I noticed when I was out here the other day, well, you can see it now. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up. Right there in that corner I can see daylight out there, so I'll have to get some caulk in and caulk around the floor. Yeah, they started putting sheetrock up back here, believe it or not. I might get some, not paneling, but get some 1/8 inch wood, a couple sheets of it maybe, and tear that sheetrock out of there and put the 1/8 inch wood in there. It'll look a lot better. But that's going to be later. I don't want to put too much money into this. If I can get 7 to 10 years use out of it, that'd be great. I'll have to look for any leaks. I can tell I had a leak here at one time. Find out if I still have leaks. Yeah, we're getting a good snow out there. But I thought I'd show that to you, come out and show this to you guys. And yeah, it's pretty good mess up in there. There's no vent cover up there, but I had a big old galvanized rectangular pan. It was pretty thick metal. I set it up over it. It was 2-3 inches tall, and then I stuck a cinder block on top of that. Of course, got storage cabinet or closet here. Just debating whether leave some of this here for storage shelves, but I'm just kind of thinking put in workbenches. I can have storage under the workbenches. I could probably leave a little bit of this upper shelving. I can put lights up underneath it. Yeah, they're talking 4 to 8 inches of snow. So I may have to get on the tractor here in a little bit and take the forks off, put the box blade or the bucket on, and get out there and clear the driveway. Yeah, it's putting out some nice heat. I got several little 1-pound bottles. I just ordered one of the filters that go in line to where I can hook it up to a 20-pound bottle. Yeah, they had a door right there, but they insulated it and covered it over. So, but yeah, it's going to be a work in progress. It's going to take some time. I can only scrap out so much at a time. Yeah, right now I got a 110 line in here. This extension cord came with it, so I got that running power in here for the lights. I got to get a RV plug, and then I think that's only a 30 amp plug. So I thought, how much is that going to run? But electric wise, but I don't have to use a whole lot at one time. Like I said, I got my little heater here and got that one, so that seems to be warming it up in here pretty nicely. Once it gets comfortable, I can probably shut the I can turn the electric one down. It's got a dial on it, or I can put this on low, whatever. It's on high right now. If I can stay comfortable out here and tear stuff down. Go stir crazy sitting in the house too much. We had that one cold spell come in, and I got pretty much got cabin fever sitting in the house all the time. So a Cub Cadet, I got to put either a head gasket on it or see if I can find another motor I can swap out. That's probably what I'm going to do. I had another one the same horsepower, but it had a big hole in the side of the block. So I'm thinking, okay, I got red ones out there that are like 25 horsepower. That's 22, so I can always stick a 25 horse on there, get that thing running. But another thing is I can pull a lot of stuff out of the shop, and I can put it out here for storage, give me more room in the shop for what I got going in there, for just basically for scrapping and melting metal, stuff like that, my crucibles and whatnot. And I might, like I said, might try to get a 3D printer out here later. Wouldn't be hurt to get a etcher or whatever too, but that's all, you know, we'll just have to see. But I thought I'd give you guys a little update what's going on and what's been taking up some of my time. I got out there and melted about 30 pounds of aluminum yesterday. Found out some of it was die cast, had zinc in it. Got weighing some of the ingots, and you know, a lot of them were 8.5 ounces. I need to get a broom out here on my solar panels. They're like 8.5 ounces, and then others were like 1 pound 1 ounce. But I've got to go through a lot of this stuff in here and move it out there. You know, I got a pile of junk there. A lot of this stuff will be staying in here. I don't think I'll be moving too much out of here. I mainly have nails and screws and stuff like that on this shelf. I'll probably move some of my skill saws out there. I got 5 or 6 of them. I got that big sander I haven't used in a while. Can't get to it. Got one of my computers there. Play a little music or talk radio on there now and then when I'm out here scrapping. There's Garfield. But and some of the sand I've been drying. It's kind of where I used to do my coin rings. Got a lot of the tools right there. There's that first dragon head I did. It's got a lot of pits in it. And here's where I've been doing the getting the sand cast molds ready to go and whatnot. So, but I've got a little bit of room on that shelf now that I can move some of this stuff over there. I got grease and oil and brake fluid, stuff like that over here on my, and this shelf here is mainly stuff solar. I got refractory here. I can move it over to that other shelf. Probably clean that whole shelf off pretty much. Maybe that one too. One of these days I'm going to melt all these down. You know, a lot of this shelf is turned into stuff for the pretty waste oil. Got a bunch of sockets in that little tote or tub. Bunch of brass to melt. Some of it's already in ingots. But crucibles, more crucibles. Because I lost some space when I started putting in the solar. I put a little shelf up above that where I could stick some stuff. But now I'm trying to get some stuff around here straightened up. That grinder there quit on me, but I've had it forever. Got that table pretty well empty. That's a computer table. A little crypto setup, which half of it's not even running right now. I got just a bunch of power tools here, cordless power tools that I don't have batteries for or chargers. And then my eBay shelves, like those keyboards, I can take them out there, put them in a tote or box and take them out there. I don't need them in here. I think a lot of these other boxes I don't need in there. Got some VCRs and whatnot there. That Brother printer, that works. But a lot of this junk I can get out. You know, I got a bunch of hard drives there I got to tear down. So boxes. This was my eBay room, what I called it. Basically just did my eBay. I had that big board up there where I'd hang clothes and stuff when I was doing clothes. I did pretty good. I got to be a top rated seller, and then I backed off. It was a lot of work, a lot of time consuming. Got all my spray paint down there, but try to make some room in here. I started kind of lining up these dragon heads, and I got some earrings I made years ago out of Indian head nickels. I need to get them listed back on eBay. Anyway, I thought I'd give you guys a little update on what's going on, and that's a little winter's day out here. So it's what do we got? I think it's bouncing at 50, but I know it's not that warm in here. I don't know, it could be. Let's see, what's this thing saying? This thing's saying 44. So I'm not sure how accurate that one is. So I got a rock tumbler I use for cleaning up different things. I got stainless steel shot in there. I got all that junk on that shelf. I got to sort through two zip ties, my powder coating system. I got a drill bit sharpener down there. Yeah, I think that big red tote down there is empty. So yeah, a lot of stuff I can move out of here and give me some more room in here. Just gonna take time, and right now is not really the day to do it. So I'm gonna call it a video. Get off of here, go in the house, get me a cup of coffee, warm up a little bit, and then come out here and do a little bit of something. I gotta go in and probably turn those heaters off, unless I go in there and strip wire for a little while. So we'll see you guys in the next video. You guys take care. Stay warm. Bye bye.